one nonprofit giving people suffering from blindness a life of independence. It's called Guiding Eyes for the Blind. It's a school based out of Yorktown Heights that trains dogs to aid people with vision loss.
The organization has helped so many folks, including our next guest.
Oh my gosh.
Rebecca Cross lost her eyesight when she was in her 20s, and she later matched with a four-legged friend named Regal.
Now serving as Director of Donor Relations at Guiding Eyes, Rebecca joins us this morning to share her story and more about the wonderful work that the organization is doing. Welcome to you. And Regal, welcome to New York Living. It's great to have you both.
It's great to be here. We're super excited.
We are very happy to have you here. How long have you and Regal known each other?
Regal and I have been a team for 6 years now. We were matched in October of 2017.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about your backstory, because you have a rare degenerative disease. Is that correct?
That's right. So just real quick, as you mentioned, Guiding Eyes does provide guide dogs to people with vision loss like myself and sweet Regal here. And my story does start back when I was a teenager. I grew up with what I thought was normal vision and went to the eye doctor to get contacts one day, came out with a diagnosis that I'd probably go blind someday. We don't know when.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a little bit shocking, but it also made sense as to why I never could catch the balls my brothers would throw at me. And they just kind of hit me in the back of the head or something like that.
Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. So fast forward about quite a while, I did lose most of my sight due to this condition called retinitis pigmentosa. But thankfully, I got a new leash on life with my amazing guide dog.
Regal, your bestie. Now, the organization obviously has really made an impact on so many people and their quality of life, but also has made an impact on two-time Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning. We understand that he serves as one of the board members.
That's right.
So how did this come to be?
Yes, so he became involved with Guiding Eyes several years ago through a good friend who was a blind golfer, and we have a blind golfing tournament, and his friend told Eli, you should get involved with Guiding Eyes, and so he did, and has become more and more involved and has since joined our board, and it's amazing to have him as part of our team.
I bet. Rebecca, can you tell us a little bit about how your relationship with Regal has changed your life?
Oh my gosh, when I was matched with Regal, it was night and day difference. It's incredible. Guiding Eyes matches the dogs to you based on your lifestyle, where you work, where you live, whether you are in school or maybe you are elderly. It doesn't matter. They seek to find a unique dog for a unique person. In my case, I was living in the city at the time, so they found this speedy little pocket rocket who was just perfect for me.
Regal, you pocket rocket.
Made it back to where I could just walk my walking pace and just feel totally normal, just like one of the crowd, walking through Grand Central, walking the streets of New York City. It was just totally freeing.
Wow. That is
amazing.
Incredible.
It really is life-changing. Now, you and Regal would be so kind as to show us something called chair targeting?
Yes. So I think we have a chair right here.
Yes, we do.
So this targeting exercise I would use for almost anything. You can pattern the dog to your routes. You can pattern the dog to my hotel room, to my mailbox, to my office, to the subway. Oh, wow. But it's basically the exact same thing, whatever you're targeting. So I'm going to target this seat with Regal. And so the way you would start is I would say, Regal, touch. And she touches my hand and gets a treat. Wow. And then I would name whatever object that is, whether that's a chair, seat, subway, whatever it is. I would say, Regal, seat touch. And I said, yes. She gets that treat because dogs just love to eat.
Oh my gosh.
Regal, seat touch. Yes. And then we do something called back chaining, and I'm just going to squeeze back. I don't want to run into you.
Out of your way.
Squeeze a little bit here. And then I would say, okay, Regal. I pick up her harness handle, say, Regal, to the seat. And she goes and she finds it. I say, yes, give her that treat. And you do that a few more times, and then she's got it down pat. She knows exactly where I want to go every time, and it's incredible.
Regal, you are a smart lady.
Every time. She loves it. It's a great game for the dogs, and it works their brain. I mean, I use this traveling within 1-2 times. She knows my exact hotel room, knows the exact elevator I need to get in, knows the exact door to go to where I need to go. It makes life so much easier.
Oh my goodness.
That is a very smart puppy.
I know, I was going to say, and she gets a treat in the whole business too.
Yes, exactly.
I know from personal experience, whenever I see a dog in the world, my immediate reaction is I want to interact with them. But what are some of the do's and don'ts when we see these guide dogs who are working?
Yes, so unfortunately, the biggest don't is don't interact with them. Don't don't look deeply into their eyes. Don't touch them. Don't give them kissing noises. Don't try to call them or give them food. This dog has my life and the life of whoever that person it is guiding in their paws, and it's really important that they stay on task. So we don't want to do that. We do want to interact with the human, and so always feel free to say, hi, it's Marisol, it's Alex from Pix 11. Hi, Rebecca, nice to see you. And then I know that you're talking to me. We can have a lovely conversation, and
not get in the way
of his
work. Real quick, tell folks where they can get information on guiding dogs.
Absolutely. So you can get online to guidingeyes.org. You can follow us on social at Guiding Eyes, and we are always looking for volunteers to assist with puppy raising and so many other things. And also donations are hugely important because everything we do is free to people who receive the guide dogs, and we're funded completely by donations.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for doing what you do. And
thank you,
for
Regal.
sharing with us.
I'm not going to look at you, Regal, because you're working with. Thank
Regal,
you.
you're a very, very good girl.